Hey guys, welcome back to Twilight Princess HD. Today we are going to be exploring the Goron Mines. And this is one of my favorite places to be. You can take either path to kind of get to where you need to go. I just timed the lava falls. Now when I saw this one in Nintendo Power, I got really excited. Because it looked different than the fire temple that you saw in Ocarina of Time. And because of that different feeling to it, it just gave it a whole new charm, in my opinion. And I just was very excited. Like, I couldn't wait to play the fire dungeon in Twilight Princess, that being the Goron Mines. Yeah, so that shield bash that we just learned, probably a good idea to use that on that guy down there. It's like a fire Octorok. And those guys are very annoying. So I've had a little bit of a conundrum since last time I recorded. So basically, I was trying to record this in a different setting than I normally do. Just to find out that I only recorded about a fourth of my screen. And it had some recording issues, and I ended up saving my game. Oh, so I got distracted there. Okay, so I ended up saving my game over after beating the dungeon the first time. So as you can probably notice, my rupee count isn't the same, my time count and save data is not exactly the same. This is a new save file, even though I copied... Wow, I'm doing like really bad here. Let's just run through it. Okay, I gotta get my head in the game. So I had a little bit of an issue and had to go back and redo everything because I recorded over on a corrupt save file because it only recorded a portion of the screen instead of the entire screen. That's all I wanted to say. Okay, I'm gonna get more focused into this game and stop running into stuff. I am not having a really good start. Even though this is one of my favorite dungeons. Because I love the fires theme and everything. And the question that I propose to you guys is, do you like this more or less than the fire temple in Ocarina of Time? For me, it's really hard because they are both so drastically different. And I love the feeling of this one, especially, but I also really love the Ocarina of Time Fire Temple. If we're going to talk about the Water Temples next, spoilers, I like Lake Bed way more than the Water Temple in Ocarina of Time. Although, the 3D version fixed a lot of everything I hated about the original. Thank goodness for that. But we're not talking about the Water Temples today. That's a whole nother realm of discussion. So I gotta get some of my money back. Thankfully, it's not gonna be very difficult. I like how you can take the camera in really close, or you can take it really far back. Like, I love that flexibility with the camera. So, how are you guys doing today? Are you guys having a pretty good day today? Or is it like the end of your day and now you're gonna be home, relax, or wherever you may be? For me, it's the end of my day at the time of this recording. I actually was going to record earlier, but then I got really tired. At the time of this recording, I went to the pool and hot tub, and I was trying to see how long I could hold my breath underwater and then swim from one side of the pool to the other. Spoilers, I did not make it to the very end. I tried. I just could not hold my breath long enough. I used to be able to, even like back when I went to San Diego with Blake, we went to like the pool on one of the nights and I was able to hold my breath for a really long time. And now it's like I just did not have that anymore. My lungs were not used to it. And I just have to get used to it again. Like, I started holding my breath for about 20 seconds underwater and I was finally able to get it to be like 35 at the very end of my little pool session. And it was a good time. Now, these Dodongos don't need any bombs to basically go to be destroyed. Just hitting them in the tail, of course. Now, this part can be a little nerve-wracking. I like to hold this up here at the very end and wait for the lava pillars to start dropping. And then that's kind of when I time running through here. And then you should have plenty of time. And if you roll, you get a little bit more of that. Now, there is a little bit of water inside of this dungeon. I mean, have you guys ever been in like a mine before? Like when they go mining, they do find water in those mines. Like, yeah, they are very rich in minerals and stuff, and I would not recommend drinking it at all. It could be very toxic. But there is water in mines, and I know the Zelda team really did their research in this for this game when it came to like the horseback riding, the dungeons, the layouts, and they even made the geography very similar to Ocarina of Time, where stuff is in a very close proximity of where it was in Ocarina of Time. Okay, well, anywho, this is one of the Goron elders. As long as you're not gonna make me dance like an Oracle of Ages, I think you and I can be good friends. Please tell me you guys don't like that dance in Oracle of Ages. Like, as a kid, that was the hardest part of the entire game. Because I was not good with rhythm. And this was before I took, like a music class in elementary school. Because, I didn't really have a choice. You really had to take one. And I chose to play the violin. And that's when I started getting a little better with rhythm and music. I didn't really want to do choir, so violin really stuck out to me. And because of that, I got a little better at rhythm. I replayed Oracle of Ages as an adult. Well, I guess more like a really young adult on my old YouTube channel. And I got a lot better at the rhythm. But again, it was still a pain in my butt, and I do not ever... I'm going to play Oracle of Ages again, trust me. Probably for this channel even, if not in my own free time, because I just love the Oracle games. But the rhythm game with the Gorons, just why? I mean, the dancing with the Sabrosias and Oracle of Seasons was like, okay, I can do that dance because you're just going left and right instead of trying to like do rhythm. And for me, creativity, music, rhythm has always been the hardest part for me. I was never a creative person right off the bat. I had to learn how to be creative. So if there's anyone out there who's watching this at this point in the video, thank you for sticking around. And second, if you are looking at being a creative person but don't know how to get there, trust me, you can get there. It just takes a lot more work than someone who just magically has the creativity in their system. Whereas I really did not. But that's okay, because I was able to get exactly where I wanted to be at many years later, just through, keep grinding, keep pushing at it, It just, no matter what you put your mind to, you can do it. Alright, looks like we are in this room. Now, there's going to be two directions in this room. Now, in front of us is where we want to go. To the left is where you should be going. Unless you're not trying to 100% the game, or you just don't want all the heart pieces, then don't worry about it. I know I mentioned last time in the Forest Temple anyways, is that you can get 2 heart pieces per every single dungeon. And sometimes you do have to backtrack or go out of your way, but you are able to get, it's on the other side, isn't it? 2 heart pieces. Now, this is a really, really bright shot. Now, I'm not going to color grade it to bring down the highlights, but I've noticed even in the Wind Waker, the highlights are really, really bright. And they just did a whole different type of shading to these HD remakes, which is fine. I just noticed it really sticks out a lot more when they did the HD update and they redid the textures. Like, the lights are always really, really bright, to where it just seems like it's overly bright. But that's just something I noticed. Not a complaint, just a little small detail compared to the original. Now, back in... Oh, I sound like an old man here. Back in my day, when this came out in the GameCube in 2006, you were playing on like a 4:3 aspect ratio. You were not playing this on a 16:9, unless you were playing the Wii version. And of course, we all know that when you're playing the Wii version, it doesn't mean it was HD, it just means it was 16:9. And I always thought that was really cool, but at the time, it wasn't really that big of a deal to me, because I played games like Super Smash Bros. Melee, Kirby Air Ride, anything for the GameCube I can essentially get my hands on. And I didn't need my games to be 16:9, because we all had those tube television TVs. Not a lot of people really had flat screens, and if they did, they were probably really expensive. And the friends who had those before they became more common, I'm like, how close I got to be to that guy? Before they became more common, generally had more of a financial, like a more of a higher income household to afford those TVs. But everyone started getting them at some point, sort of like smartphones. They just kind of came around. Man, I'm just talking about some random stuff today. But hey, I promise it still relates to Zelda in some way or the other. I mean, what else am I going to talk about? That was a long walk. I wish you could walk faster in the iron boots, but if I was Link wearing those iron boots, I probably wouldn't walk any faster than he is. So, I totally get that. Huh. Also, if you hear any children in the background, it's just because of where I live these days. I live at a townhome area, and there are kids that come outside and play sometimes. Oh, I do got one random thought. Get rid of some of these keys. So, in Ocarina of Time and even the Wind Waker, you had to use the R button for Link to hold his shield. Yeah, I kind of waited too long for that. In Twilight Princess, you just get his shield up, like he's already guarding with the shield without using the R button. But of course, when you swing, I mean, you don't have that guard. Now, did you guys prefer it being manual, where you had to put up the guard on your own, or did you like it more, in Twilight Princess, where it's already there? For me, I like both, and I liked being able to have the guard the most in, oh, can I make it? Ah, yes I can. I said, but I don't want to go back to the beginning of this room. I mean, I guess I could have waited. I like both. In Skyward Sword, I feel like it was the most impactful to me. And then in Ocarina of Time, I did like it, but here I'm okay with it just being automatic for me, because it gives me more time to think about like the sword skills, which I really do wish they'd bring back, but it's okay because I'd still really enjoy the mechanics of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, or Tears of the Kingdom. I haven't really played the game enough to have knowledge of how it's pronounced, but I remember reading in an interview with Anuma that it's pronounced tears, like you're tearing the fabric of time. Now I'm just kind of destroying these because I could use the money, because we're not going to be getting a lot of money on our hands for a little while. Oh, that's it? Huh. Okay, well, no big deal. Oh yeah, this room. Do you guys like Tektites? I don't care for Tektites. I really didn't like them in the Oracle games and Zelda 1. Like, they were just extremely annoying. There you go. But you gotta have different, enemy varieties. Thankfully we don't need like a blue tunic or something to breathe underwater, since we're just gonna be underwater for just a little bit of time. One thing I did wish in Wind Waker was that you could go underwater like this, but I was also okay with the water just kind of being a texture where you can't really go underwater. You would essentially just kind of be on the top of it, because you're literally riding the ocean. Did not have to push it that much after all. But I do want to play Wind Waker 2 at some point. Although my Wind Waker knowledge is a lot more rusty, so like this game, I'd probably play it first on my own before I'd play it for the channel. And I do have time, and time is starting to free up a lot more, thankfully, as stuff in my life is starting to finally see their conclusion. Things are starting to come together, which is really nice. Whereas before, I've just been too busy. Like, fun fact, I didn't record the last episode back to back with this one, or within days of each other. It's actually been 3 months since I recorded the last episode. Even though when I did attempt to record the next one, I failed, and now I'm just redoing this dungeon for the second time. And it's been a long time. I didn't have time to go back and redo my progress. It took me a while to get back to where I was at. I love it when I get money. I wish it was that easy in real life. You know, just open up a treasure chest. Yeah, we are going to wait till the next one. Like, see, I wouldn't have much time if I tried that. So now that the cutscene's over, I have lots of time. Ow. I want to do a spin attack, but I let go too early. That's okay. Okay, now let's go this way. Thankfully, the heart pieces in this dungeon are extremely easy to find. So as long as you're kind of following along, if you go over here to the left, there's going to be another treasure chest. And this is going to be the other one, if I remember correctly. Yeah, easy to miss if you're just kind of running through things and not really looking around. It is pretty cool. I do like the fact that I really don't need to have like a fired tunic this time around. Although I do miss all the boots and the tunics that you had in Ocarina of Time, but I appreciate that they didn't just copy and paste everything from that game to this game. Even though there's a lot of stuff that is very similar. I will cry a little bit that there was never a Twilight Princess 2. I do not count the Wii Zapper Link's crossbow training game as being a sequel. It's really not. It's more like just a glorified tech demo. Like, it was fun, but it's not the same. Oh, like, do I even have a key for this door? Yes, I do. Forgot I picked it up earlier. Ah, here's that big room that we all saw in Nintendo Power back in the day. Very nice. I like how magnets are really a theme in this dungeon. Man, those guys are just shooting a bunch of arrows. I didn't get anywhere over there yet. I think they're just hoping to have some really good aim. Unfortunately, there's not really a whole lot we can do in this room yet, so let's just... Oh, hold on. Can't go there yet. See that chest? We want to grab that first. Because, thankfully, a lot of keys are just kind of laying around. Not a whole lot we can do in this room until later, so we'll just kind of go press forward. And those bokoblins aren't going to hit you unless you're, like, standing still. But I like the fact that the shield just comes up like that. Like, it's so cool. Oh, I'm such a big fanboy over this game. Like, it's almost been 20 years since this game has come out, and I am still playing it. That's when you know it's a good game. Now, it doesn't really matter which side you go on, because I feel like you can pass this in one go either way. Aha, there we go. Run! Sweet. I want to say we're about halfway through the dungeon at this point. Like, every dungeon, if you timed them correctly, they're all around 40 to 50 minutes long. It shouldn't take you much longer than that. I mean, yes, I am. I'm not sure how you guys heard about me coming down here, because... Actually, now I think about it, I got a theory. Maybe they heard it through the pipes. Like, that I was coming and to help me. By giving me the pieces of the boss key to the big room. The hero's weapon stored safely up ahead. Oh, cool. Well, I'll gladly talk with the guard. I like how there's a lot of, like, stuff going on around here. I mean, 10 rupees isn't a lot, but it's better than nothing. Like, I wish I could just sit in one of these chairs and just kind of, like, relax for a little bit. Just kind of enjoy the room here. Because clearly he used to have a lot of visitors. Not sure why they just kind of hang out here and just not really do a whole lot. I think I would, nope, excuse me. I would die of boredom if I had to sit in this room all day. Not really a whole lot going on, but I mean, he is a retired Goron. Maybe he had a long working life, and now he's just kind of tired of it all. Just needs to take a load off his shoulders and relax, kick back, watch some TV. Oh, yeah, there aren't really any TVs in this world. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd be very bored. And I think it's about safe. You can't really move the camera around when you're wearing the iron boots on the magnets, which is kind of unfortunate. It locks the camera down in place, which isn't that really a big deal to me, but that's okay. Really don't need to see where the camera is, like, zooming around all the time anyways when you have that on. Huh. Okay, so I just talk to the guard. Okay, that's the guard. Hey bud, I'd like to have access to the hero's weapon. Is that okay? Yeah, yes I am. I got business. No, he wants to fight. He looks like a big Goron too. If I remember correctly, they showed this as a screenshot in the Nintendo Power magazines. I don't have mine anymore, but basically all you really need to do is... Let's see. Let's kind of just wait for him to get ready for a big attack. And then put on your iron boots, and then we'll just kind of throw him off to the side. Funny how he went to the right when I was holding the joystick to the left. And yes, Link can roll. Now I find the you got a hit on me. Okay, let's do that again. Did he take a half heart? I'll have to check my footage. But either way, he's a very easy mini-boss to kind of take out. So as long, you just want to stay to the edge and just kind of stay close. Let him charge up. And then just throw him off like you normally would. Okay, let's try this again. Sometimes you throw him back on the stage. But as long as you kind of stay really close to the lava down below, you're pretty fine. Oh, I bet that did hurt a lot. I mean, thankfully your Gorons can really handle the heat. Yes I am. I'm not just a normal elf that's here that everyone calls a human because of translation. I mean, he's an elf. We all know it. Why do they translate it this way? I'll never understand. He's a Hallian elf. I won't accept it. I wonder if it says that in the Japanese version too. Now I'm really curious. I'll look it up. There's so many facts and stuff about the Zelda games. Like, I feel like if you never played these games, you had a very different childhood, because this is a really good childhood to have. And even playing this as an adult, I feel like these games are still very good. Alright, time to get one of my favorite weapons in the Zelda series. The hero's bow. Or bow and arrow, essentially. What I like about it is that it does look very close to the one in Ocarina of Time, except they added these iron things towards the handle grip, which I think is pretty cool. Now, let's go ahead and... There we go, we'll just unequip the lantern for a little while. Now, when you're playing on... Well, not the non-motion control, so not the Wii, you do aim it. So you're not like behind Link's back, which is different. It's more like a first-person view. There we go. I basically want all these guys to be activated because I just want to... Now we can do something about these guys. There we go. I'm not really worried about the arrow count because there are a lot more arrows that we can acquire. There we go. And if you use our map... Huh. I just realized we do not have the compass yet. But I missed this room my first time playing. Because I was just I was rushing, I wasn't really looking around my surroundings. And I should have learned by now that... Because this game came out in 2006. I was 13 at the time. I should have known that Nintendo likes to put hidden rooms everywhere. I think he heard me through the pipes. I mean, that's a good theory. What do you guys think? How did these elder Gorons hear that we were arriving ahead of time? Anyway, we got all three of the boss key. I like how we have to put it together, sort of like in Skyward Sword. Oh, actually, not really in Skyward Sword. It's just Skyward Sword. You have to like turn it in order to activate the door, in order to get the fit in there. Skyward Sword's also a good game. Very underrated. I remember starting hero mode on my old channel, but I just never got around to finishing it because I got so busy with college and filmmaking and work. Oh, and karate. I like how he just has Dodongos just kind of hanging on his wall there. I like how all the rooms are all so unique. There's so many details in these rooms I didn't really notice playing on the GameCube version as I do now. And I'm very, very thankful that I actually can notice all these rooms now. Oh, this game holds a special place in my heart. Let's see here. I'm trying to... Oh, there it is. Because one of these has a treasure chest. And I'm gonna have... This is exactly what I remember it being. This should be the compass. Why they gave it to you so late into the dungeon, I don't know. It's basically useless to us at this point, minus like one thing. And it's... I don't know why they gave it to us so late in the game. Oh, this dungeon particularly. I guess you really don't need it, but if you didn't get those heart pieces earlier, yeah, you're gonna have to do some backtracking, and that's just not fun. Oh, I always skip this cutscene. I forget that it literally gives away... Come on. It gives away, like, what you have to do in this room. Can my sword just hit this? No. What if I jump attacked it? Nope. Okay, what you're supposed to do is roll into it. Now, one game I do want to play for this channel, which I think I mentioned before, is the new Resident Evil 4. Alright, what we're going to do is we are just going to get these guys off the pillar early. So, like, when I jump across here, I can just... Oh! Fail epically. Ouch. Okay, try to be more lined up with your jump. I totally missed my jump there. That way you can just kind of run across. There we go. Like, that was really sad. I totally missed that. There you go. Always make sure you get all these guys off of the wall. Man, that was sad. If I can't laugh at my own failure, then what can I do, right? I am a human being. I am very far from being perfect. Alright, iron boots here. Now, I believe this is the only time you have to really deal with, come on. 4 arrows? There we go. Has to deal with the Dodongo while kind of hanging upside down. Now, this was like the screenshot they used in the Nintendo Power magazine, except they did something like this. And they were able to move the camera to like that. Except you won't ever be able to really see how it kind of targets low. I have to go higher to hit that. It's a really cool screenshot. Like, extremely cool. But it's not practical to try to do that. Link automatically aims that way on the Wii version. And maybe he does in the hero mode, I'm not sure, but because everything is flipped like the Wii version. Because they made this for the GameCube, and since they were basically done with development, Miyamoto came, alright, we're gonna have to flip this whole game around so we can make it for the Wii, because most people are right-handed. And that's what they did, and they just flipped the entire map and the controls, and they just made it lined up with the Wii remote. So that's a pretty cool fun fact. And then using that idea, that's when they started making Skyward Sword. Alright, now we're back to this water room. Thankfully, like, do I want to deal with these fish enemies? I guess if they bother me, I will. Now, try again. I want to try the shield bash. Oh, come on, you're not going to give me a second chance? Well, option 2 is to... Oh. There we go. Practice for my Breath of the Wild playthrough. Alright. That or you can just shoot an arrow at them. Either way. What's up, guys? If you don't mind me, I'm just gonna kind of push past you to get to where I need to go. I mean, now's a good time to backtrack with those heart pieces in case you haven't got them by now. But this is the room you essentially want to come back to. Ah, we got some vocal bins to deal with. Oh, there we go. Now you can actually just kind of hit these guys from afar. Just kind of take these guys out. They're going to be very annoying. And there's another guy up there. Oh, there's another one there. And I see one way over there. Oh, can I hit him? Just barely. I hear another one out to my right. Okay, that's most of them. Now, of course, you don't have to do it that way. I just chose to. There's a lot of barrels here that will explode if they get shot. And you got plenty of arrows to deal with everything. The game is just going to give you a lot of arrows for the time being. Because you're going to need all the arrows you can get to get past these areas. The bow is very useful, like, the entire game. Yeah, always one of my favorite weapons in the Zelda game. Like, it blew my mind when I was a kid that you can use a bomb and an arrow at the same time for Link's Awakening. Like, I thought that was... Oh. I totally missed one. I thought I got both those guys up there. Like, it blew my mind that you can use a bomb and a bow at the same time. And make bomb arrows. Like, that was so cool to me as a kid. Because in Oracle of Seasons and Ages, you couldn't do bombs and arrows at the same time because you didn't have a bow and arrow. You had like a slingshot and a siege shooter. So for me, it was like the coolest thing ever. Although I think I said this before, but just in case I haven't, I never did complete Link's Awakening DX because I got soft locked out of the Eagle's Tower because my cannonball that I would use to knock down the pillars got stuck in one of the rooms, and I was unable to get it back. And I ended up saving my game and restarting, thinking it would save my progress and reset the ball, but it didn't, and I got locked out of the dungeon. And that was the only time in a Zelda game I got stuck like that bad. Like, I do count the water temple a little bit because I did get stuck, so I didn't realize there was a hidden room that you can dive into, and when you lift up the water levels. But thankfully that was just me not knowing as a kid because I didn't have access to like a strategy guide. And then even like when I had one of my friends helping me, let's get rid of that archer first. Oh, dang it. Okay, now I got him. He's, of course there's another one on the ground. Got you. Let's get that guy, and why don't we get rid of you at the same time? Jesus, so many enemies today. Nope, I want that. So I've used a lot of arrows, and there's still a lot of arrows in my inventory. Huh. It kind of looks like unknown up there. Alright, I love this part. Bring it on, guys. Nice. Say goodnight. Oh, that was badass. Oh, there's one left. I celebrated too early. What, you just don't want to join in on the fun with everyone else? I just kind of lagged behind. Got my fairy, got my oil. All is good. Let's finish this dungeon and call it a night, shall we? Oh, I got a lot to say about this boss coming up ahead. And I think a lot of you feel the same way I do about it. For starters, I love the room. I love the concept. I loved all the promotional material regarding this boss. I also love the build-up we're about to see here. It's all very, very cool. Yeah, looks like he's sleeping. Wanna wake him up? There we go. Kind of reminds me of the Eye of Sauron. Sauron from Lord of the Rings? It's similar, isn't it? At least it looks like it to me. I think I haven't seen Lord of the Rings in a long time. I'm overdue to rewatch those movies. I love the music. Like, the build-up to this guy was huge. He's no Molduga from Ocarina of Time. He's definitely his own boss. And it's really cool how he's able to break his chains. Surprised he was held here so long. Twilit Igniter Fyrus. So what I like doing is just backflipping, shoot him in the eye, roll behind him, grab iron boots, and get ready for the pull. And yes, you can knock down the pillars, which is pretty cool in my opinion. And then we'll just kind of get the jump in, do a spin attack, and gain some distance. And repeat this 2 to 3 more times. And that's basically going to be the entire boss. Yeah, he's very anticlimactic. Like, I can literally just wait for him here. Then once he turns to face me, I can run behind, grab one of these. I don't even have to really see where I'm going as long as it's opposite of the chain. And yeah, so like, it's okay that this is how the fight goes. But my biggest problem is that this is the entire fight. There is no phase 2 to this boss. But he's so cool. I love the music. Everything is so awesome. But even as a kid, I was disappointed. Like, I was really hoping there. Oops. I was really hoping there'd be more to this boss, but there isn't. You just have to use a combination of your iron boots and bow and arrow, and just rinse and repeat. It's okay. This isn't my favorite boss. He was more like, this is my most disappointed boss in this entire game. And I was expecting more from this guy, anyways. But hey, you know, that's okay, because I like a lot of the other bosses a lot more. Just because this one was a little disappointing for me doesn't mean he isn't a cool boss. Like, he's cool, he's just boring and anticlimactic. And I don't mind fighting him. It's just that I prefer replaying other boss fights more. What do you guys think about Twilit Igniter Fyrus? Let me know in the comments below. Oh, looks like that's the second piece of the fuse shadow that Minna has been wanting. I mean, we wanted too. It helps us put a stop to Zant, so very useful. Oh, why thank you. Yes, we do have 2 fuse shadows. Oh. Story time. Oh, I think I spoiled his name before she would give us the name. In my defense, this game's been out for 18 years. What are you doing? You should be playing it already. If this is your first time watching it and you don't really care to play it, that's fine, but his name is Zant. I mean, you could look it up on Wikipedia. Like, it's everywhere at this point. It's hard not to see that spoiler coming. I mean, that's your opinion, I guess, Minna. No, she didn't. So this is kind of where you get to learn more about Minna, where she has nothing against the Hallians. She just kind of has her own interests at heart here. But it does benefit the Hallians up the same way, so it's kind of a good partnership going on here. Speaking of Minna, did you see all of Minna's designs in the Hyrule Historia? Like, there's a lot. Alright, one more heart container. I love it. Hey bud, how's it going? Yeah, you don't look so good. You got possessed. Yeah, you're gonna need some aspirin. I can't hit your head a lot. Yeah, I think I'm all done with this place, Minna. Let's get out of here. Now, the next time we do turn into Wolf Link, it's gonna be a lot longer before we are actually able to like be done being Wolf Link. And because of that, my question for you guys, if you watched this episode all the way up to this point, which again, thank you, I appreciate it. Do you want me to just do that all in one episode instead of breaking it into 2? Because it will take me a lot longer to rid the land of Twilight this next time around, because it's a lot longer just in general. I'm also going to think about it and before I make my decision on it. Oh, thanks, Spirit. I am glad Colin is feeling better. I did realize much later that there is a small scene in the old inn. If you go up to the top floor, you'll see Beth and the other girl mending to Colin here. and also like Renado's with them. I didn't show that scene. You know, I am trying to show pretty much everything in this game. That is one thing that you can check out. I'm not sure if you can still do that after this cutscene though, and after completing the Goron Mines. No, I'm glad you're okay, Colin. I'm glad Link looks after the kids. I think it just hits a soft spot for me, especially because I've taught karate and helped kids for so many years myself. Okay, yeah. I mean, we do gotta go find Ilya still, wherever she may be. Well, thank you, Renato. Now, when I say, like, ancient hero, it does make me wonder how many years has it been? My guess is, like, 1,000. Like, some crazy number of years. Or, yeah, because the geography changed a lot, so probably like 1,000. I mean, they don't want to just copy and paste the exact same Hyrule. Oh wait, no, they kind of did that, didn't they? I mean, back in the day they didn't. But with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, that's exactly what they did. Since Renato is hanging out here, that means Colin's probably floating around here too. Okay, I think I went on long enough. This is a great place to stop. So thank you guys for watching, and I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share it to friends and family. It means the world to me, but this is a great stopping point for me, for us to pick this up again next time. So that being said, have a great day, and I'll catch you later. Take care.